Hello everyone, we're at 114 here, and as you can see, this is part 2 of the Master Grade 1100 Nu Gundam from Char's Counterattack. Right now we're going to be dealing with the accessories, and some fun little stuff like that. Anyway, size comparisons and whatnot, all the general. Anyway, first accessory is actually part of him, but I didn't show, is his beam saber, which is built into his left forearm armor. Excuse me. And what it is this blue piece slides up, and there's a hinge that the beam saber is stored on, and it flips out, and he pulls it out. Beam saber, really cool storage spot in my opinion. But with what I did, because I was stupid, I built it backwards so that the beam saber is kind of stuck in there. And if I pull the beam saber out, the beam emitter, the actual end piece, stays inside, so you can't connect to the beam itself. So I'm just going to leave it in there, and I don't want to wear out this piece, but know that it can do that. It will slide out if you build it right. Anyway, other accessories. He does have a second beam saber, so he's not beamless. And it's the, according to the instructions, the customizable beam saber. Moving part is that it has a handle right there, so if he's holding it, it goes over like a finger guard, maybe on a, say, a fencing blade. And it comes with two clear pink beams. Here's this big one, which is the front beam, obviously. You plug it in. It looks really good already. Now, there it is. Sorry, I lost the tiny beam for a moment. And I lost it again. Uh-oh. There it is. Sorry to do that off camera. But, yep, you just plug that in. Looks really nice. Now, you'd have a tinier pink beam that goes on the back. And I don't know if you can see, but there's notches so that the beam can only go in one way. And it just slides right in. This beam is kind of loose on mine. I don't know why, but I haven't decided whether or not to glue that in. I don't know. It holds well enough for posing, I guess, so I don't have to. But it looks really nice. It's got a nice broad beam. Looks like a saber. And you've got a nice pink beam on the back. And to store it, you just fold it up, and it's got a little slot in the backpack that it just fits into. And a piece I forgot to mention is that this part rotates so that he can grab the beam any which way he needs to. And the next accessory, because I don't have any logical order to things, is his shield. Big, white, clean, simple, blue detailing, blue vents. Looks like an elongated skull, kind of. Like these are the bottom fang parts, the eyes, what would be the nose there. The only decals I put on, besides the crest on the shoulder, is the big crest on the shield, and a little caution decal at the bottom. Really nice detailing. Let's flip it over. You have all what look to be like mechanics for how it's supposed to hook up. Let's see. It's got the clip, so it clips onto the forearm, and will rotate. There's no handle because he uses both hands in Gundam mode. A long rod and what I believe are grenades. Like I said before, I haven't seen the Char's Counterattack special, so if you know what these little things are, put them down below so I know, so I don't feel, ignorant and whatnot. And you just take the clip, and it plugs right onto the forearm, easy as pie. And it's a little heavy, so you can, that's real time for how his arm's dropping. I don't know if mine's just loose or what, but that's what it is. Next up is the new Hyper Bazooka, which looks really good with dark blue, white, and one gray spot for the handle, which flips down and flips up, so we can hold it better, I guess. You know how you have to angle it just right sometimes. Anyway, it's got 4 red missiles, which look separate, but because of how it was designed, they're actually one piece, and I was worried about losing them when I first saw the kit. I'm like, oh, those things aren't gonna last 2 seconds, but it looks really nice. Surprisingly, no decal or anything for the scope on the new Hyper Bazooka, but that's okay. I might paint that in or something. And for storage, because he's wonderful in that he stores all of his accessories, there's a tab right here on the upper handle, and there's a slot in the back. And what you do is you just take the tab, you line it up with the slot. Unless you're doing a review, then it refuses to work. And it just slides in, And it stays. I mean, all the accessories that you put on it, other than maybe the fin funnels, will stay very nicely. It won't go anywhere, you don't need to worry about it. The final accessory that, well, not the final accessory, but the final one he holds is his beam rifle. Looks really nice, dark blue and white. Very clean, simple design. Not much to say really. I mean, it's a pretty basic sniper rifle. Looks really good. I'm sure many a sniper, or not sniper rifle, I'm sure many a beam rifle were based on it, and he will hold it. Not very well for if you have the master grade hands, I guess. The master grade hands are better served for the customizable beam saber and the new hyper bazooka, I'd say. I never really have my Gundams hold their beam rifles. They're not my favorite weapon in the world. And the final accessory is, of course, these. The fin funnels. Infamous, really, for the Nu Gundam. As you can see, they've got their flat storage mode, folded storage mode, and they've got a nice double joint here so you can click it out like that and get a wider one, or click it in and get a narrow one, but you can't click it both, which is unfortunate, but it adds to it. The orange foil around here is stickers, but the orange here is plastic, which I thought was interesting. I didn't know why they made it like that. Note when you make the fin funnels that I didn't pick up on, because I was wanting to get all of them done fast because I thought they were identical. They are not. Some have a deeper slot than these, and they have a special blue backing and a special clip arrangement so that you can store them all next to each other. The reason they have that is so you can store it on the backpack. And what you can do is you just take it and you take the little clips. That's bizarre. Anyway, and what you do is you just fold out the little clips, as you can see, and you just plug them in, and you've got your next fin funnel. How he has them in the movie, I believe, is that he has them all folded up, and see if you can see it. You need to fold it in a certain way because only one of them has the clip. You can flick your fingernail along it, and it usually gets it out, except for this top one because it's so small. And there's two slots on the side of each one, and you just plug it in and it locks. And the last one you plug it in. They all have two except for one of mine broke off. One of my clips broke. So there we go. And they are big as a wave. You can have them all separate. They all have the same articulation. I just don't want to take them all apart because once those little clips fold in, it's a pain to get them back out. But you can see they have the hook, and on the back there's a little tab on this gray circular region. You just put it in, slide it down, and you have Nu Gundam in his fin funnel glory. And now this is why the fin funnels actually feel, I don't know, I think it's just mine because I built them wrong again. I have a habit of doing that when things become repetitive. Like, I thought they were all the same, so they didn't exactly turn out even. And so mine are a little flimsy. Yours will probably be better. Follow the directions. That's all I gotta say. But this is where the metal parts come in handy because I believe on most guns with just the plastic or polycap joints, their legs would start doing one of these where it slowly slides out. But because he's got the metal to weigh him down on the feet and in the hips so it doesn't move, that's the only reason he can really get away with holding like this much weight. Because even other Gundams, depending on how heavy whatever they have is, their legs will start splitting. And this video is taking way too long to film for as many accessories he has, so this has been Weird 114. Highly recommending the Master Grade Nu Gundam. I got lucky and got them on sale. Hopefully, I hope for you the same thing. And one of the few Gundams I didn't get at GundamStoreMore.com, so I'm not going to throw in a link in this video, but this has been Weird 114. Gotta say, this guy's awesome. I'm out.